All right, we're back for the playoffs. Quite a bit's happened. Unfortunately, we lost Howe to an injury, but he is still available, but he wasn't playing like himself. So we've gone down 1-0 to Oshawa in the second round. So I'm a little bit nervous. We had a huge choke job of letting up 5 goals in the third period and losing 5-4. One of the worst chokes I've ever seen. And the other bad is his career looks like it's over too. Bear had a spectacular 109-point season, almost 2 points a game. Was a phenom out there. But he is gone now for 2-3. Actually, you know what? It said 1 to 2 months, and a week later now it just says 2 to 3 weeks. So if we can somehow muscle out our way into the Memorial Cup without him, he could potentially be back for that, which would be huge. I don't think he'd be back for the OHL title, though, because 3 weeks, and then he has to still get fully healthy. So I don't think he'll be back, but that's a lot better than it was. But anyways, so we're going to be without him pretty much for the whole playoffs from the looks of it. So we've moved up Miranda to the first line, who is a really good third liner, is a 14 rated. So he's kind of fit right in there and worked out too because he was like a two-way guy with a playmaker and perimeter scorer on the third line also. So he has made his way up to the first line now, and that is pretty good that we had some depth. Beaver was a first-round pick this year. He's pretty talented. He's a really good 16-year-old, even though he's only 7 rated. But fourth line doesn't really matter as much in the playoffs. Those first couple lines are going to be playing heavy minutes. I should probably up the minutes there of my first couple defense pairings. Even though that third pairing has a 20 and a 19-year-old, it's just the first 4 quite a bit better offensively. The last 2 are just solid defenders, but don't bring much in offense. But those first 2 lines are really good, so we'll probably do 23-22 or something like that. Actually, yeah, 24 is a little bit much, but yeah, so that's good right there. I'll keep the 20 and the 20 and the 10-10 like we had all season. Probably actually go like that because that third line's quite a bit better than that fourth line now, so probably no point of even really playing that fourth line in the playoffs, really. Split the 7 rated there, so that's how we'll do it for the rest of the playoffs. And then the only other change we're going to make here is we're going to make Wall the first shoot-off shooter. All right, so yeah, unfortunately, Howe had a really bad game, his worst game of the season, probably because he was slightly injured. I probably should have started the backup, but I wasn't sure, and so I went with Howe, but looks like that probably wasn't a great decision. But now Howe is closer to being fully recovered. I got the email saying he's only suffering slightly now if he's played, so I think we'll stick with him for the Oshawa game too. I don't want to go down 2-0 and regret not playing him. So we'll see here. Oh no. Lost 2-1. Our offense is really getting shut down in the playoffs here. The whole regular season we were averaging like 5 goals a game. And in the playoffs here, it seems like we're really struggling to score at all. With 3 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals in those wins. Pretty much all season lows. Like if you look at all our game scores from these months, ton of goals, 8 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals, 6 goals. So something people are kind of getting steady here in the playoff hockey. So we're in tough here. I'm still a little bit optimistic because this team's really strong. I do believe we can come back from 2-0, but it's definitely not looking great right now. At least Howe's back to full strength now, so that's a huge up. But looks like losing Bear has kind of hurt us quite a bit here. Definitely not playing our best hockey. That Oshawa team is pretty good, though. And those are both close games. 1-goal games, unfortunately. Oh, so we get smoked in Game 3. This is not looking good here. We're going to have to pull a Guelph here and come back from 3-0. Yikes. That's definitely not the news we were hoping for. Let's see what happened in this game. Oh, looks like we lost Smith too. It's injuries too. This is crazy. Disastrous playoffs here so far. Alright, so we lost 6-1. Let up 5 goals in the second, third period. Looks like Brenneman scored. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone can do anything with Brenneman right now. It's crazy. Ugh. Brutal. Yeah, the game scores are way down. Like Brenneman was at 190 every game in offense. He's at like 70 a bunch of games now. I don't know if that's just the playoffs. Teams are playing better team defense, or if that's looks to me like the loss of Bear, like 48 game rating from Kozlowski on defense, 16. That's just like the worst I've seen all season. Divine, that stud on their team, 100 game score like crazy. Wong, third line left winger, he's like a 16 rated for them. Ugh. Alright, well, this might be it if we keep playing like crap here. But you never know, there's always a chance we could win 4 in a row. We're definitely a better hockey team than them, ratings-wise. At least in my scout's eyes. Oh, it's going to be another second round defeat if we lose here. I didn't talk about much, but we won. Yes. It's still possible. Oh my god. Sniffed one out here with 2 goals in the third period. Another low-scoring affair. Howe with a big game, 930 save percentage. Another terrible game by Brenneman. Brenneman's really getting shut down here. Interesting. Okay. I'm a little scared here. But we got the big one out of the way, the 3-0. That one was tough. Apparently, Brenneman has like the best healing of all time and is already down to 1 to 2 weeks. But not looking like it's going to make a big difference here. No! Oh, our offense. Well, 4 goals isn't too bad, but yeah, I thought it said 6-1 originally, but 6-4 loss. Just can't win in the second round of the playoffs. This is a disaster. Another second round exit add to it. It's like the 5th year in a row we've been like 5 to 7 wins higher than the seed we've been playing in the second round and lost to them. I don't know, just a new choke job coach, I guess, in the second round. So that's going to be it for the dream season. The stellar career of Cody Brenneman is over, and I'm pretty sure he lost in the second round all 4 of his years, which is heartbreaking, but I mean, he did all he could in the regular seasons. Definitely don't know what went on in the playoffs. They must have had Devine shutting him down or something. But as you can see, 0 assists in this entire round against Oshawa. All plus minus scores. He had 2 goals in that first game, but still had 3 goals in 5 games, which isn't terrible. But shots are way down. He only had 1 shot on goal that game. So yeah, they're definitely playing heavy defense on those lines. That's why I separated them though, so they weren't all on the same line. So I had 2 really good lines, but yeah, it definitely didn't work out this year. So if you look, Oshawa isn't nearly as good as us. They let up 206 goals, we let up 209. But if you look at the offensive difference, 330 to 260, much more potent offense on the season. And if you look at their lines, they get amazing left wingers and then 1 good right winger, and then I'm better everywhere else. My second line's better, my third line's, well, other than the 17 rated. They have a 5 rated guy there, and then my 4th line's better. All 3 of my defense. I have all 6 of my defensemen are better than all 6 of their defensemen ratings wise, because their best one is injured right now, the 10 rated. So it's just like something weird's going on there, and I don't know what it is, but maybe I have to look at my settings or something. Could just be really just like Devine is that good or something. I don't know. Like sometimes a superstar player like that can just single-handedly dominate. So maybe he just shut down the Brenneman and company, and they just went off that. But that was one of the best players I've ever seen in the OHL. Absolute superstar. I mean, he only scored 79 points on the season. Brenneman had like 115. That's a 40-point difference. So maybe my offense was just slanted too high. But yeah, we'll definitely look into some things. But disappointing second round exit again. And Howe's short career is over. Already regretting giving up 4 seconds for him, because that doesn't look like it really made much of a difference come playoff time. So kind of went all in and paying the price for it when it comes to the draft. But that's how she goes sometimes. See ya.